Well, hello friends and family. Frank here, yet again, and again and again and again, with another glorious video. Yes, because it is a glorious Sunday morning, low 70s outside. It's really nice. It's been blistering hot here lately, but right now, it feels really good. And we are going to try to go over here. We got gardeners coming in Sunday morning. That golf cart sounded awful. Good bit of an older model, so it sounds very different. Grandma and Grandpa out for a Sunday morning ride. But anyway, guys, what we're going to do, we're coming down and we're coming into the area of Shady Brook. But reason for that is we are going to go over here. There are some brand new Courtyard Villas and maybe some verandas. But I've been waiting for the last few weeks to get back in there to check out these houses. I think they're done enough that we can actually make a tour and go inside and check them out. Now we're going to come in the Shady Brook area, but I still think that those houses are or might be considered to be the village of Moultrie Creek. But Shady Brook's got a long way to go. They're really ramping up in Moultrie Creek, building house after house after house. And I guess once they get finished enough of that, then they start to branch out. Because back over here, you got Moultrie Creek, you're going to have Shady Brook, and back off in there will be Water's Edge. So, let's get it. As you can see, there's a lot going on, but there's a lot that have been built. There's a lot that still needs to be built. But Moultrie Creek looks to me a good-sized village. You know, there's already people living in here, even amongst all of the construction. And what's crazy is these construction sites, they get wild, a lot going on. It just looks like chaos. At times it is. Well, I gotta go completely a whole nother way to get over there. I forget the way they got this set up. It's like a loop, and then if you don't come down the right street, you gotta go in on the right street, right? Roofers already out here doing the roof. They generally get started right at sunrise, and they just keep on going all day until probably, I guess, till they can't see. But Moultrie Creek is a good sized village. There's a lot of chaos, but when it gets done, they move on to the next area. And then once all of this building construction gets over with, the next phase of all the racket, it's all of the subcontracts, and I mean like landscapers and, you know, driveway pavers, and then you got your lawn treatment companies, and all that other stuff starts coming in. People getting swimming pools put in and all that kind of thing. All right, I'm gonna cut it here, and let's get over here to these courtyards. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and record in here. What I remembered is you got to turn on McMurtry Loop. That's how you get up and coming houses. Looks like there's gonna be some cottage homes and stuff on one street. You know, you're seeing your designers. Patio villas right over there. I believe those were the Brody patio villas. Still coming down the Moultrie loop. If you get a lot of shaking in the camera, I'm going to apologize. These roads are pretty rough. Just due to all the construction and rocks and everything. There's a lot going on this particular street right here with the construction. They paved the roads, but then they throw a lot of dirt on top of it, as well as, you know, the dirt getting on it. And that's to help protect the asphalt. And it looks like it's got all the layers of the asphalt. And like some of the neighborhoods, they won't do that. In the villa neighborhoods and stuff, they'll do the top layer when they get ready to leave. All right, guys, here we are. This is what I've been waiting for right here. Actually, let's go ahead and walk on over. This is McMurtry Loop. McMurtry Loop and Torrey Terrace. Torrey Terrace. These Courtyard Villas are going to be named Matthew Villas, as we can see. The Matthew Villas. I cut it right there for a second just so I can get a little picture of the sign right here. But this is going to be the beginning entrance of these Courtyard Villas. So what we're going to do while the getting's good, I think, is to come in. We're going to ride on the outer area of the neighborhood, and then we're going to ride in the center area. That's usually the layout. And here's the looking back out. So I'm standing in the entrance of the villas, and these houses come out into this loop area right here. And I'm going with the fact that these are going to be designer homes, it looks like to me. Just your standard designer homes. And as you can see right here, they still build houses with builder blocks, center blocks, or whatever we want to call them. Not everything is a prefabbed wall, although that is the quickest way. But they still do the bricks. In fact, these houses over here are individual builder blocks. Anyway. All right, guys, just go for a little cruise and see what they've done in here. And I could tell already that this is not actually finished, because if you notice this driveway right here has got a huge lip on it. Oh, they got to do some work right here. They have yet to do the top layer of asphalt before they leave this neighborhood. So they haven't done that yet, but anyway, it looks just about ready to go. I don't know if they're selling these or on the market yet. They might be. They generally like to be in a hurry to get these sold. There's the street looking down. Oh, we got some rain or something. No, sprinklers. Kind of flooded up in here a little bit. So as always, the typical trend. One thing to notice about these courtyards with the different models. Wow, you hear that? I don't know if those are cicadas or something like that. The thing I like about these courtyards is those houses, like that house right there where it's got that front porch. And you got those double window right there. That porch right there is nice. And then the doors to the left, you know, it's not so sunk into the corner as much as some others, but you get a little nice sitting area right out front. I do kind of like that. Whereas some of the other homes aren't quite as much. It just depends on the model, you know, you select. I'm saying this is Scott's Pro Vista St. Augustine. Still, as far as the sod, and that's important because a lot of people don't know what kind of grass they get. So check when you buy your house, it should be on your information about the house as to what type of sod they put in. I'm going with Scott's Pro Vista St. Augustine. It's really a good grass if you know how to take care of it. A lot of people don't know how to take care of it, how to treat it, so they hire people and other companies to treat their grass, right? You know, they hire Joe Schmo here and this person and that person, company to come out, and I don't know if there's really anything wrong with the companies per se. I think if you hire people to come treat your grass and it still looks like crap, it's because the technician is not doing their job. A lot of times techs aren't properly trained. How do I know? I used to work for True Green back some years back. I used to do this kind of stuff. And I realized that when I got in the industry, I saw what really goes on. And there's, at least with that store I was at, I can't speak for all of them now. Okay, I'm not saying that all the stores are the same. But there was an issue when it came to training and teaching a technician what to look for. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. So it's important to do your homework on your grass to learn how to treat it, take care of it. This right here, it's heat tolerant, not drought tolerant. It's heat tolerant. You don't need to cut it about every 2 to 3 weeks. It's glyphosate tolerant. This St. Augustine grass is bioengineered, if this is the correct grass, is bioengineered for certain things, to tolerate certain things where, say, a standard Floratam is not. It's just details like that that will really help folks learn their yard if you want a nice yard. Anyway, back to the houses. Here's a model compared to the one we looked at a while ago. See how this layout is? You got the front door right here, and then you got the side windows where that door was off to the side. So that's a nice open, you know, ranch style, I guess. I don't know. It's the good curb appeal. Everything is front and center, and then you got your garage. This courtyard right here, this was probably my #1 setup. If I won the lotto, well, if I won the lotto, I wouldn't be buying a courtyard probably. But if I had a choice, that would be the setup I would prefer, probably more so than any other one. But if you're okay with the 2-car garage, so there's little nuances, right? Pretty colors. All these houses are gas. They're gas in these areas. You know, you got your electrical, you got your gas meter. that first big box that you see right here, that one right there, that's your on-demand water heating. There are no water heater bottles. You're not going to have any water heater tanks in these houses. That's it right up on that wall right there. Now, how long it takes to get hot and how long they last, I'm really not sure. I don't have it. I got your everyday water heater. I'm fine with that. And as you already know, or most already know, they come with privacy fences. So here's a house right here. You got your car and a half or 2-car garage with the golf cart garage over here, right? And then you've got your front area, but then the house is scooted to the side. So there's different configurations. Now this is opened up. They haven't closed it all. That's so they can get in and out. It was just for access. So that this gap right here will be closed off. Now the thing with stucco homes like this, they come in a much wider variety of colors. You know, you can choose from. Or vinyl siding, there's only so many options. But there's a lot of beautiful colors in here. You can just, I don't know, there's just so much of a different, better variety. A little more Floridian look. But if you buy a house that came with some mint colored paint job, or you pick a house with salmon pink, you know, just something like that, for example, and you don't like it. You buy the house, but you decide that you don't like the color. Well, you cannot just simply go and paint the house a different color. Everything has to be ARC approved. ARC approved. There's an association. There's an association that you have to get permission from, even to change the color of your house. They have to approve the paint color. You know, it has to be cohesive and correct for this area. You just can't throw up whatever you want. So if you wanted to change the color to something other, you know, what you see in here, chances are they may approve it. But if you wanted to paint it bumblebee yellow, I don't know, or some crazy neon green, that might not work, guys. But most of these houses look pretty much done. I think they just got some interior work or whatever it is, and then they're going to have to come in here and pave. But these houses, I'm sure, are about ready to go. I don't see a house in here that's still under construction. Cabinets and painting van right there. Somebody's doing some work on the inside. Now these Matthew Courtyard Villas, I think are still considered to be in the village of Moultrie Creek. If I'm wrong, leave a comment below. Tell me I'm wrong. I don't like being wrong, but I don't mind being corrected either. I'm human. But the way it's just set up and the design of things, I'm leaning on Moultrie Creek. But here's this big old retention pond right here that's next to this neighborhood, and that right over there is the rec center with the family pool. Or at least I think it's a family pool. Yeah, yeah, it's got that one has the family pool, and then there's one across the street, catty corner, for the other village. That's the adult pool. Moultrie Creek has a neighborhood adult pool, but it's way over there somewhere towards another area. And all the family pool means is that everybody of all ages can go in and swim. And we're coming back. Now some of these streets, you know, they say, well, what street did you just turn left on? Which one did you go right on? There isn't a street name, so I can't tell you what it is. You got some peach colors, and you got some tan colors, and some very light gray colors, some different types of blue colors. Alright, we're going to flip around and take a look at the center area, and we'll pick up from right in here as we head on out the neighborhood. A much brighter house right here, with that same kind of configuration. I like that. Whereas if you look at this courtyard, you get one window with a small, you know, 2-chair sitting area, but your door's sitting off in the back. And just kind of keep in mind, guys, you know, a lot of my videos and my ride-throughs are mainly geared towards folks who don't live in the villages already, who aren't already here. You know, there are a lot of people living up north, out west, out east, or whatever, and they're kind of wondering, well, what kind of houses did they have in the villages? What do they offer? And so they find my videos and they're like, oh wow, check this out. Look at this over here. Well, look what they done there, you know, and just kind of does a little window shopping, if you will, on your TV screen. I've had a few homeowners come up and tell me that they didn't know about a certain area. They saw my video, they came back and looked with their sales agent and bought a house. True stories. So that's largely in part as to why I do what I do. It's just to help folks who aren't already here. Nice house right there. Some people ask me, well, if you're going to just ride around and look at them, I mean, what's the big deal? That's nothing special. Why don't you go in? We want to see the inside of the house. Well, yes, I do too. And I get it. I used to do that until I started getting nasty grams from the villages and their lawyers and whatever saying you have to cease and desist from doing that, because as long as they own the house, they don't approve you videotaping and then putting it up on your YouTube channel. They feel like you're taking away from them. I know it's seems really silly. You're really helping them, and they appreciate that, but they don't like it. You know, they think you're steering traffic away. Now, I don't see how they could tell you what you can and cannot do with your channel. But I didn't want to get in a tit for tat with them. Nobody out here has the village's money when it comes to legality stuff. So I stopped doing that, going into model homes, open houses, looking into houses with sales agents or whatever, and, you know, getting emails. Now, you can go into a house, do a model home after it's been sold, and the new homeowner allows you to do it. Or if the homeowner is selling the house and it's not really the village's anymore, then that's a different ball game. That one is very white, just a white house. If there's any color on the wall, I really don't see it. White with a very light powder blue color. It's pretty. A very cream color. And we're back to this model style again. Yeah. And it's going to be on a corner lot. So this one right here will go fast. Builder grade, contractor grade, whatever, shrubs. Now this house right here does have what some people call it blue on my minds. These blue little flowers right here. I have some of those. Those are nice. But to try to walk up to a house and then just look inside is really difficult. You really don't see anything but your own reflection. Now what you can do, for those who are curious, go onto the village's website. They have an app. You can download their app, search homes. There's all sorts of information. I mean, there's a lot of information about the models of their homes, the floor plans, the square footage, the pricing ranges for each different model homes. All that's on their website. It's not hard to find. A little due diligence and you can find all that stuff. But as always, once again, and we're going to continue over here to head out of the neighborhood. Once again, they knock it out of the park. There's some nice outside lanterns right here. That's different. I like those compared to some of the others. But what was I saying? Once again, they do a great job with building these neighborhoods. They've got this thing and this system down. It's perfected. And it's going to be a nice Courtyard Villa neighborhood in here. So once again, you're at McMurtry Loop and Torrey Terrace for the Matthew Courtyard Villas.